On January 15th, I dropped my song Lions. And it has been the most successful release I've had to date, garnering almost 40,000 streams in the first 4 weeks of release. I've triggered release radar multiple times and gotten on Discover Weekly. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I ran that campaign and managed to achieve those results. What's up, guys? It's Tom. Welcome back to the lab and welcome back to my life. Today, I'm coming at you with a highly requested installment to walk through my release campaign for Lions and show you every detail, exactly how I set it up, what my budget was, what I used, how I ran it, and all the results I got as a result of that campaign. Now, before we dig into it, I want to remind you that every Friday on YouTube, we go live for an hour at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. We talk about music business, branding, marketing, and anything else you guys want to jam on. You can ask me questions directly, or you can ask questions of other people who are in the community around the YouTube channel. There's a bunch of really cool, really talented people there who are full of advice and helpful information. Everybody's looking to grow as artists, grow their revenue, grow their music, make better music, all the wonderful things that you can think to talk about. It's here. So I hope you'll come join us this Friday at 1 p.m. All right, so my song Lions. First things first, let's look at the results of this song and see how it performed. So hopping into Spotify for Artists first, you can see that this song launched on Friday, January 15th. Today, recording this video is Wednesday, February 10th. So it's been running for almost 4 weeks now. Over that 4-week period, it's gotten almost 40,000 streams. We're at 38,694 streams for just shy of 4 weeks. And based on the current track record and how many streams it's been getting over the last week or so, I think we'll probably get pretty close to, if not over 40,000 streams at the 4-week mark. So far and away, the best campaign I have run for any song yet. Now, the first week or so, I started out getting, on the first day, I got 227 streams, and then that ramped up a little bit and kind of evened out around the high 300s, low 400s, and kind of stayed there until the following Friday. And the following Friday, 1 week after release, I got this massive release radar bump and got 5,100 streams on the song in one day, which was crazy. That's the most I've ever gotten in a day. At one point, I looked at the mobile app for Spotify for Artists, and there were almost 50 people listening at once, which just kind of blew my mind because I was so used to looking at the app and most often seeing 0 or like 1 to 3 people listening tops. So to see almost 50 people listening at once, I was like, okay, well, clearly something's happening here. I don't know how big this is. I don't know if this is a good push, a small push, or what, but something's clearly going on. So it ended up being a really substantial push, and it sort of trickled down from there. I did not get on Discover Weekly that following Monday. I got 2,800 streams that Monday, and then moving forward, the following Friday, I didn't get a release radar bump either. In fact, it fell off a little bit. And you can see from the chart here, it got removed from a lot of release radar playlists. And then the following Monday after that, I got a little Discover Weekly bump. That was when it was first added to Discover Weekly. So Monday, February 1st, which was about 2.5 weeks after the release date. And then moving forward, I got another release radar bump on Friday, February 5th, and then kind of trickled down and got another little add to Discover Weekly the following Monday, and it's just sort of maintained an average stream rate of about 1,100 or 1,200 streams a day ever since. Now, moving over to playlists, you can see that from Release Radar alone over the past 28 days, I've gotten 20.3 thousand streams. So the lion's share, pardon the pun, of the streams. I just did that off the cuff and didn't plan that, and I just cracked myself up. Anyway, the majority of the streams for this song came from Release Radar, as you can see. But then I've also gotten 750 or so from Discover Weekly. So those are the results in Spotify for Artists. Next, I want to hop over to my spreadsheet where I keep track of everything so you can kind of see how this data played out and why things happened the way they did, why pushes happened when they did, and why I didn't get pushes on certain days when you might expect for me to. So this is my completely nerdy spreadsheet where I keep track of all of my details for each release. It's a 4-week window for each song, and I just kind of keep track of different points of data so I can kind of know what's happening with the track. I just want to look at the first 2 weeks. Those are the most important 2 weeks to me that I want to point out. At the end of the first week, we'll go to the 28-day row here. At the end of the first week, I had 2,757 streams, which is great. I think this is the biggest reason I got this massive push on Release Radar. I had a 2.51 stream rate, which means any individual given person streamed the song on average 2.51 times. And then I had a 63% save rate, which is a really good save rate as well. Anything above 20% is very helpful for the track. And then coming down here, scrolling down a little bit further, the popularity score of the song by that Thursday was at 22. And the threshold seems to be 20 to get onto a Release Radar bump for people who don't actually follow you to get on their Release Radar playlists. So I checked all the boxes. We had a lot of streams, over 1,000 streams, over 2 times that in the first week, almost 3 times that in the first week. We had a popularity score of over 20, and then we had a save rate well over 20%, over 60%. So all of the check boxes were checked, and that's why I got that big push for Release Radar on the first Friday following release. After that big push, it absolutely tanked my save rate, which is why I didn't get a Release Radar push or a Discover Weekly push that following Friday and Monday. So looking at that data, you can see I had 21, almost 22,000 streams just in that week alone, almost 25,000 over the first 2 weeks. And my overall save rate for the first 2 weeks was 15%. But for that 1 week, week 2 of release, it was only 10%. So it was awesome to have that huge Release Radar push, but it also just tanked my save rate, which hurt my opportunities to get pushed out further for the next week. Because if you go down here, you can see at the end of 2 weeks for the song, it had a 36 popularity score. And a popularity score of 30 is generally the kind of cutoff to get onto Discover Weekly. And if you look back at the previous Monday on January 25th, you can see that my save rate again was 10%. The overall save rate was 15%. And my popularity score was 34. So that's why I didn't add it to Discover Weekly that following Monday after that big Release Radar bump. It just tanked that save rate, and I wasn't able to get on Discover Weekly as a result. But if we fast forward to the next Monday in week 3 here, it got added to Discover Weekly on February 1st. And as you can see here, my save rate is still only 12% for the past 7 days, but it's 17% overall at this point. So it's coming up. It's on the incline. And my save rate, and my popularity score is 36. I don't know what the exact save rate is or stream rate is to get onto Discover Weekly in addition to the right popularity score, but it seems like if it's trending upward or maybe just above 15%, I'm not sure. Either way, I triggered Discover Weekly on the 1st, and then everything has kind of gone swimmingly from there. So now that we've looked at how the song performed and my data and kind of why we got those specific bumps, when and where, I know y'all really want to know about budget and ads. So let's talk about budget and ads. So first of all, in my spreadsheet here, looking at the first, again, 2 weeks of the campaign, because that's the part that I really want to focus on here. That's kind of the make or break. Really, week 1 is the make or break. In the first week of the campaign, I spent on Friday, $61, Saturday, $61, Sunday, $59, and then I dropped down to $10 a day after that and have spent $10 a day in perpetuity ever since. You can see that I had a cost per conversion of starting out at 17 cents for this campaign, or for all my campaigns combined, rather, because that's what this is. 17 cents, 15 cents, and then it just comes down to 11, 10, 9, 9, and it has stayed between 8 and 10 cents ongoing ever since this song dropped. And moving over to Facebook ads, which I know is what you really want to look at, we'll look at both campaigns. So here I've got 2 campaigns. I've got my Lions Spotify release campaign. I ran this campaign for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, January 15th, the day the song dropped, 16th and 17th, and then I cut it off. And then I've got my other campaign, which is a Spotify ongoing growth campaign. It just runs at $10 a day in perpetuity until my credit card gets declined. Looking at the Lions Spotify release campaign, these are the overall numbers for this campaign. So I ran 3 ad sets, and each ad set had 4 ads in it. I had a verse section, an end section, a a section of the break of the song, and then a section of just the drop of the song. And this ad set is just targeting the US and Canada. And then I had a second ad set that was targeting various artists who I thought were similar to what this song sounds like. And then I had a third one, which is a lookalike audience I've created off of 95% video viewers. And that lookalike audience is made from a custom audience which has all of my previous ad videos in it that have performed well, including all of the new ad videos for this song. So it's probably like 20 videos in this custom audience that's used as the seed for the lookalike audience. And that's what this third ad set is targeting. And that one clearly did the best. The cost per result is the same between the artist target and the lookalike audience. It's 15 cents per view content. But the lookalike audience got almost 800 views content, whereas the artist target only got about 175. And you can see the click-through rate is about the same for both of them as well. And the click-through rate actually for the US is higher, and the cost per view content is lower, but this one just got more traffic to the lookalike audience for whatever reason. So I just let it go. And then across all three, the section of the song that did the best was the drop and the verse. Actually, they're tied in this ad set, which is funny. But the verse section has continued to do the best out of all of these ads. So what I did is I scheduled this campaign, all of these ad sets, to start at midnight on January 15th. And then I scheduled them to end at midnight at the end of the day on Sunday, the 17th. So if we go here, you can see my budget was $50 a day. And then if we go to campaign spending limit up here, you can see that I capped it at $150. I didn't want to spend over $150 on this campaign. I knew it would spend pretty much that by just spending $50 a day, but I wanted to cap it just to be sure it stopped there. And I did that for 3 days. Every single one of those ad sets ran for 3 days, $150, done. Now at the same time, in my ongoing campaign, I added this ad set, Lions Ad Vids, and I scheduled this ad set to start at midnight, the end of that Sunday, beginning of that Monday, January 18th at midnight, to start then, even though it was going to go through the learning phase again, because I knew that the lookalike audience that this ad set is using as well, the same one that that other lookalike audience was using, was going to maintain the same data. In the first day, this ad set exited the learning phase, no problem. What I also did was I set some ad spend limits on this. So I've taken it off since, but what I did was under ad spend limits here, I started this ad set in particular off at $7.50 a day. So I guaranteed that 3/4 of the budget of this campaign will go to this ad set in particular for the first week to make sure that all the Lions videos got shown the most. And lo and behold, it worked. In fact, this ad set has averaged over its lifetime 9 cents per conversion. I'm super happy with that. And I've continued to run it. You can see in this ad set, I've got some other stuff that's turned off that I've experimented with. And right now, what I've got running are my lookalike audience, which has Lions vids and the best performing video from one of my previous campaigns in it. I've got just the Lions videos, and I've turned off a couple of those because the verse and the break have outperformed everything else. I've got a retarget ad set, and that's retargeting 95% video viewers, and it's got the same best 3 videos that are performing well. And then I've got this lookalike, which has been ongoing the whole time, that I've now added these Lions videos into, and I'm going to sort of slowly switch over from this Lions ad vids ad set into full-time into this lookalike ad set, and let that one keep going and eventually turn off this Lions ad set at the end of this song's campaign. So that's it. That's how I did it. I ran kind of a 2-tiered attack strategy. I got a lot of streams in the first week. Had a good save rate, had a good stream rate, and I got that popularity score up as a result of the streams, the stream rate, and the save rate. My advice, if you want to take a page out of my book with this one, would be to front load your budget, spend hard the first 3 days, because that's the time that really is make or break for your song. I spent the majority of my budget in the first 3 days and have since ridden that wave ever since this song came out. So really those first 3 days set up the entire success of this whole campaign. And what's even cooler is when you incorporate the amount I've spent on ads, the amount of streams I've gotten, and we incorporate YouTube into this flywheel that I continue to talk about, I'm actually profitable on this campaign, if you can believe it. About 45,000 streams is what it's going to take to recuperate my $150 Lion specific budget. And then I've spent $10 a day for the month of January, which is $310. And I've made more than that off of YouTube ad revenue for the month of January. I assume that this song will hit 45,000 streams within the next week and a half. Actually, would be very surprised if that doesn't happen, at which point I will have officially recouped that campaign-specific weekend release campaign budget, and then YouTube has covered the rest. So month 1 of 2021, we're profitable. Best campaign yet. Now, before I let you go, I want to remind you to please subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, hit that like button, share it with your friends if you really dig it, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos in the future. Now, at the end here, there's some stuff you can check out. And as always, thank you for being here, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.